Today is December 17th. It's 5:03 p.m. and the Yankees have made a trade for Cody Bellinger. Let's talk Yanks. Thank you very much for joining. John Boy and Jake.
Recaps galore, weekly awards, stat lines, steaming hot takes. Get your Yankees news from these two fine dudes. It's time for Talkin' Yanks. Talkin' Yanks with old John Boy and Jake. Talkin' Yanks with old John Boy and Jake.
Hello and welcome to Talkin' Yanks. It's an instant reaction. Jake is at the Rockettes enjoying himself. I'm here. BBD had left the office. He sprinted back because we got passing bombed. Passing. Boom. The Yankees make their trade for Cody Bellinger. We did our whole episode earlier today all about how they need to go get Bellinger. And to Jake's credit, he was like, yeah, but Cubs also need to just trade him. You have no business acting like you're going to charge the Yankees an arm and a foot because no one else is really offering to pay his salary. So it happened. And the trade it's more of a free agency signing than a trade in a way, because what they're doing is they're saying, we'll take Cody Bellinger and $22 million off your books, Chicago. How about that? And in return, you keep $5 million and take Cody Petit. That's all. Cody Petit made 6 starts or so last year for the Yanks, has kind of a Stroman arsenal of soft stuff, was good. I think he can be a back-end starter, most likely a swingman or quadruple A guy. There you go.
Optionable, nice.
There you go, Cubs fans. You got your fill. If you came here looking for what you got in Petit, that's what you got. So Bellinger earns, his contract is $27 million this year.
So he has a very complicated contract as far as the real life money owed to him, but speaking to at least to people who know this math a little better than we do, his official luxury tax hit is $26.25 million for this year. The Cubs' $5 million that they are eating would all be attributed to this season. So for the Yankees, he would be a $21.25 million hit.
Wow. Okay. So $21 million for a year of Belly. Now he can opt in. He has a player option. So if he wants to opt in, it can become 2 years. I just caught Fangraphs changing their pants, basically, because Cody Bellinger is not on the Cubs page, but he's not yet on the Yankees page. So someone at Fangraphs is scrambling, and I'm on you, dude. Hurry up. No, just joking. We're all rushing to get this. Enjoy your life and your job.
I marginally misspoke.
He's there.
Technically, the $5 million is split. 2.5 covers the salary, and the other 2.5 will either cover part of his buyout if he opts out, or be covered next year. So 2.5.
So
I'm adjusting our sheet now.
So, and the opt-in is $25 million next year. Here's why the Yankees went out and got Cody Bellinger and made this trade and are willing to pay for it. They need a lefty bat more than ever, and there's not many on the market. And the ones on the market available are aging or horrible at defense. Yankees need good defense. They need a left fielder, a center fielder, a first baseman, or just one outfielder, a first baseman, and an infielder. They need good baseball, and they need it to be from a lefty who can plug in at the top of the order. On the trade market and in the free agent world, Bellinger was the only answer that solved 2 of those problems. He can play center, he can play first, he can play left. He's a lefty. He batted in the 3-hole majority of the time last year. He'll probably bat 3-hole this year and move Judge back to 2 is my guess, but it's too early to even think about that. But
yeah, I'd imagine it'll end up being based on if a righty's the leadoff guy, they'd go Belly, Judge.
Could be Jazz, Judge, Belly. Could be
Volpe.
It can't be Volpe. It can't be Volpe. He has to be 7, 8, 9. It cannot be Volpe.
Only considering the people already on the team.
Yeah, go let him do what he's doing. So that's why the Yankees went out and made this move, is because Bellinger is good defensively. He can play center field. He can play first base. 2 positions of need. And he's a lefty at the top of the order. Not many of those on the market. All they had to give up was Cody Petit. He wasn't really factoring in. And then a ton of money, obviously. But that's fine because they still have money left to spend this offseason. We'll get into that. And they still have prospects to trade now because Cody Petit isn't the top of any prospect list. So they still have some guys out there, some capital, not a lot. They don't have many I don't think they have any top 50 unless it's... Oh!
The Yankees have replaced Cody Poteet. They signed Colton Brewer.
How about it? Colton Brewer.
So great. Minor league deal.
Good for
Was
Colton
on the
Brewer.
Cubs last year.
Yeah.
Just make him part of the trade.
Yeah, weird. Good stuff. He was on the Yankees 2 years ago?
I believe that is the same guy, yes.
Yeah.
Red Sox at one point.
So the Yankees now reportedly told Bellinger he's playing center field. That's either just them being honest and everyone's being honest here, or that's somehow calculated because it still leaves them totally open in first base conversations and totally open in left field conversations. There's no other center fielders on the market.
And it keeps them from saying this second, Jason Dominguez, you are the New York Yankees center fielder. If they're for some reason averse to anointing him that
if they were to be Bellinger's the first baseman, well, now all the first basemen that might want to sign with you are going to be well, wait, I guess I should go talk to other people. Yeah. I lean more, they want him to play center field. It's a harder position to fill, and he could play it. It's a 1-year deal. He can opt in, but he might have a great year. But they are still available on the corners if they need to be. Dominguez can go play left if they want. Him and Grisham can trade out there. I don't know.
They can put Belly in left field just as easily if they came to it.
So it does round out the lineup. Does it replace Soto? Absolutely not. Nobody will. Nobody will.
Even Kyle Tucker wasn't going to replace Soto. It was as good as one player was going to get to, but
yeah,
no one guy replaces him.
Yes, not at all. But Bellinger has had a little resurgence lately. He's had 2 nice seasons. He was 139 OPS plus last year. He was 111 OPS plus. 111 OPS plus last year. 139 OPS plus in 2023 with the Cubs. In 2023, he hit 307 with a 525 slug. Just a great year. Last year, he hit 266. What's that? Make him third best hitter on the team as far as average goes last year?
I can get you a real number on that.
With a 425 slug. Didn't strike out too much. I don't know what his strikeout rate was, but 89 strikeouts over 130 games. He hit 18 home runs last year, so it's not incredible pop, but it's a good bat that can get you hits, that can get on base, career 333 on base percentage. Does have slugging years. He hit 26 homers the year before that. Wind must have been in his favor. But it's a lefty bat who can play defense. It's a 1-year deal. It doesn't stop you from making the other deals that much.
If they like the guys at first base that are options, they obviously still have that. If they find the outfield trade that comes together, that is a guy we haven't really thought of yet, or is a guy we've thought of yet. If it is Santander or Teoscar, any of these guys who's been rumblings about, they can do that still.
Another guy that's got defensive versatility, but is good at the positions he robes around in. Unlike past guys that we don't mention, we bleep out, who played a lot of positions, but all of them mediocrely. Jazz and Belly can now go be a average or above average outfielder or infielder for the Yankees, which allows them to do so much more stuff without taking away from skills. So I like it for that reason. You got to go add pop now. You got to go add pop somewhere, but I like this move. I like that. Let's look at the money, Beebs. So they added, what's the sheet called that you made?
Yankees payroll. Very convoluted.
I
name,
love a
know.
properly named sheet. Yankees. Yes, here it is.
I believe you have access to it. I have it on our screen.
So you plugged Belly into this?
I plugged Belly into that. I plugged at the bottom is where the the Cubs are eating are in there. He is currently plugged into left field because I already had Dominguez in center, and that was where I had a gap. And then if you go to the bottom of that sheet, which I do have on screen for those of you watching on YouTube, subscribe.
Nice.
I have them with roughly 6.8 remaining before the last Steve Cohen tax at the number we've been using in our offseason.
$300 million.
$301 million.
So they have 6.8 left before that. They're going to spend more than that. They offered Soto $51 million for next year, or 50. Did they go to 51? They stayed at 48.
They offered an extra year that made it like 40. They have them at like 47.
What was it before they added the extra year?
I think they were kind
Same
of
thing?
all in line.
So 47.
The final offer I know was 16 for whatever, which came to 47.
The math that I've been doing, what did Walker Buehler get? Could you AAV? Not Walker Buehler, Flaherty AAV. Not Flaherty either. I mean Snell.
He got
pitchers.
36.
So what was
and he has weird deferrals.
46 was Snell, and Soto was going to be like 48, 47.
47.
That's 93 if you combine the two. The Yankees said once Snell was heating up, they had to get out because they couldn't afford him and Soto. So they're not going to spend $93 million this year. What do they have on the books now with Belly? He's 22. Does the sheet show what they've added?
It's not specifically additions. I know they were basically right around the Cohen tax number last year, and they're not going to come out of this offseason where they lost Soto paying more than they did last year for one season. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but they took Fried's got 27.
Fried's 27 and change. Belly is coming out to 24, roughly.
And Loizaga, 3.
I don't. There's going to be a funky option buyout thing on that because he's.
I just say
an
3
injured
for now.
guy. Let's say 3.
And they haven't done any other moves, right? Oh, what's Devin Williams? 7?
7-ish is what I've seen on some.
So that's 62
sites
that they've added, but they've traded away some money. I think they're going to go over the tax for a little bit because I feel like Hal might be like, well, okay, you beat me on Soto, and that was crazy.
Is he angry?
I can't see them not spending more than $6 million left. Like Hal said, I'm not going over. Payroll is going to remain the same as last year. If it remains the same as last year, that means this is basically the final move, and it just can't be.
With a Stroman full dump, which should be pretty possible. See how much like pitchers are getting.
Well, the Athletics just need to spend money for no one.
While you were in Australia, I think every hour at some point in the day, someone in here, usually me, would say, "Oh, Stroman is an A," because they just need his money.
They need to make all those fans happy.
And I have that currently accounted for on our doc. I deleted Stroman's salary.
The A's don't care about being good the next 3 years. They don't give a fuck about being good at all. They're playing in a random stadium in Stockton. They have no fan base. They're spending money so they don't get in trouble by the rich owners who are like, dude, we better not have bailed you out for nothing. You're just getting all of our revenue sharing and not even spending it. That's bullshit. And the players union literally said, we're going to investigate the fuck out of you because you're just now getting all this revenue sharing and you're not even using it on players. So the A's are out there spending money on players so they don't get in trouble.
Literally being threatened on both ends.
To try to win? No. To appease a fan base? Don't have one. Fucking A's. Take Stroman, punks.
So with a Stroman full dump, let's say it's to the A's for nothing that affects payroll. That'd be $25.3 million by my math that they have left.
Okay, that's doable.
So that's that can be at least 2 more moves
because they need two. They need one more bat
for sure.
Absolutely.
Like real bat, like power threat.
And now if Belly's in center, and that's true, okay, well, you need a first baseman. You've now said Dominguez is going to play left. If you have one more move, Dominguez plays left, Belly plays first, and then Oswaldo Cabrera, Peraza, DJ.
Orbit.
You have a roaming third. You punt one of the third base or second base and put Jazz at one of them. But you need a first baseman if Belly's not playing first. Absolutely.
They at minimum still need a first baseman between now in spring, even if you're the biggest Ben Rice fan in the world.
That
can't be number one on the first base depth chart.
Let's take a look at the lineup as Fangraphs has it.
Let's see if they refreshed it since I last looked.
They have Belly plugged in at like they have him in the 4-hole, but it's not in the proper order. Are you able to bring that up as well?
Yes,
Okay, so I don't agree with the way Fangraphs has the lineup written down, but they have
the guys are there.
Anthony Volpe, shortstop. I don't like their lineup at all. And I know I already came at the guy at Fangraphs and then also apologized, but this is...
They're sorting it out.
Is gross. Anyway, I can't read this because the Volpe Jazz 1-2 is like, well, this ruins the whole. This the exercise.
It's not what they're gonna do.
Wrong. All right, so
it's a hard task. They're keeping track of 30 teams. I
understand
the grind.
Just trying to read a lie, and I can't do it. I'm such an honest guy. All right, Volpe's leading off at short. No, I hope not.
That unfortunately on this list, that is among the more realistic slots.
God damn it! Let's write my own.
Write your own.
I don't know who's going to lead off.
It's an interesting game. Kind of whoever they need to get.
Like Trent Grisham.
There's a reason a lot of people are falling in love with Yandy Diaz.
Yeah, I love Yandy too. Okay, so let's do just the meat of the order. Judge 3, Judge 2, Belly 3. Then I wonder if they would go Stanton 4 if he's around and healthy.
I'd assume so if you've got Belly in the 3-hole splits up.
Then you would go Wells Stanton. 5. That's a lefty.
Probably.
Like, let's put Jazz at leadoff. I don't really like that either, but that's a lefty, then Judge righty, then Belly lefty, then Stanton righty, then Wells lefty. And then in the 6-hole, you would slot Dominguez. If he's playing and he's hitting, he's a switch hitter. That also helps him out there.
And then is that Volpe's turn 7?
Well, because we just don't have other players.
Depends what you want to do, and
we should have done this around the lineup. So like
kind of empty spots, but
around the infield, there's empty spots. Right, like they have Oswaldo Cabrera and Trent Grisham starting. Both those guys won't be starting. So there's empty spots. They have to go get more. They're not done. Cash has said they have many more moves to make. I think the pitching and the bullpen can be done. I'd like more bullpen arms. We did that today, and I was like, they can be project guys, but I just need like more depth. I can't have Ian Hamilton as the 3.
I don't know if you've noticed this yet looking at Fangraph stuff, but no lefties on the 40-man in the bullpen. I know there's guys who can get both sides, but at some point you got to... What hand they throw with matters a little. So Tim Hill, come on back. Yep.
They can still try to move.
Ideally, too.
They can still try to move Heel. They wouldn't move Heel for 1 year of Tucker, reportedly. I don't blame them there. Stroman, I think they have to get off that money now to make other moves. And Clark, if someone wants him, I don't want to part with Clark.
I like Clark a lot.
If his value is higher than Heel, one of those guys can be moved.
And there was a time people on Twitter when they're doing like, dreaming up the Belly trade, there was talk of it being Belly and Horner for Clark.
Yeah.
That I don't think the value would have been that wrong there. But
I'm interested to see if they have enough to trade for like Yandy or for a bat because they haven't given up much. Durbin they gave up. They hyped him up. It got him a year of Devin Williams with Nestor, but they haven't given up a prospect, like a ranked prospect. I don't know where Durbin ranked, but they have 2 in the top 50, Jones and Dominguez. I don't think they're going to move those. Reportedly, people are asking for George Lombard Jr.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I think the Yankees love him.
Yeah. But
you remember spring training, like everybody we talked to, it felt like in the same breath as saying hello to us, it'd be like, Lombard's really good.
Yeah. Will Warren, but I don't
know, but
I don't rank him as high as
I guess any others. Pitcher, if you're the other team and you have the fix in mind for a specific pitcher that can get you excited.
So there's more moves to be made, and as always with a lot of these reaction videos, I'm so much more in the mindset of like, what does this mean for the offseason and the roster construction? more than like the gameplay. I think
Like literally this move.
I'll think way more about where's he going to hit, what position you're going to play. I know we talked about it a little, but I could change my mind wildly. Let's go to Twitter, and I'm going to read some reviews from the people. This guy, he says, Joshua says, have to sign Christian Walker and then an Arenado trade would be awesome. I don't think both those can happen.
I think the Yankees are pretty out on Arenado.
Yeah, I think so too. Walker could be in play now. Alonso could be in play because you need pop so badly that now I'm like, is Alonso the movie? I don't want him.
And now
I love him. Don't want him.
The first baseman or one of the they've taken care of like the minimum lefty requirements. It's like the next bat they get doesn't have to be a lefty. I'd still prefer it, but it doesn't have to be a lefty anymore.
Timmy23 says, make sure you bring up his hard contact rate, bitch boy. So I have to bring up his hard contact rate now because Timmy demanded that. It's not high.
I think he like reinvented himself when he got good again, and that's like in his effort to get more contact.
Like he dropped the hard hit contact.
I think so.
Yeah, he did. In 20, when he got good, it dropped.
23 is when that drop happens, and things started clicking for him again.
Probably changed his swing because he was a guy like Gallo who had just that one swing, and then he made the adjustment, which is nice for him. Oh, hey, well, how about his squared up percentage? What was the guy's name I'm responding to? Timmy23. Bitch boy. Because his squared up percentage, if we're doing stats, is 89. It's red.
That's a pretty deep red.
To break that down, hard hit rate means like how hard do you hit the ball, which a lot of the metrics that like the 3 true outcome guys, they look for that. Squaring up the ball means you can hit it 85 miles per hour and get it by the infielder because you squared it up, but it's not going to be a home run.
The like quality of...
Like you didn't hit it 95 mile per hour plus.
Yes.
But you squared it up.
You made the type of contact you want, even if it's not necessarily the hardest.
Bat to ball.
Contact. Yes.
Yeah, it's a good percentage. Chase percentage is 23%, 23rd percentile. Yeah, so he dropped his bat speed. That's actually, I love looking at that stuff. They don't have past years because those are new data points. But he became like a contact guy. He hit 306, changed his swing.
Yeah. If he can...
Because he's got a real low bat speed. Again, that doesn't matter. Good, fast bat speeds, low bat, both are successful. Luis Arise, contact hitter extraordinaire, lowest bat speed.
It's not
Giancarlo Stanton, power hitter extraordinaire, fast bat speed. You can produce value with both. He could have a down year, but he can play defense. He's a lefty. He helps lineup construction. I like the move. More weed in the dugout, I guess.
Yeah, him and Jazz.
Hanging out.
They're chillers.
Smoking. He's married. His wife dated Stanton. Is that something?
Yeah.
Saw that on Twitter. I don't know if that's true or not.
There's that some one picture going around.
Everyone's wife dated someone in the past.
Yeah, pretty much.
Unless you're from the South, probably. They marry young. They marry really young.
Ring by spring.
That's it. Oh, I'll go read another comment. Let's see. See what else in. Yankees got their new Anthony Rizzo. Was playing center. He's playing center. Get Yandy and Lau, someone said. Jake would, I think, appreciate that.
I'd
Trading with the Rays is tricky. Because the Rays, I don't think
say.
the Rays are going to be tricked into liking Will Warren.
I don't know. The Rays, if you look at their trade history, they make their share of.
They
moves
probably
that
like
backfire.
Lombard.
I don't know. They're a team that likes that tends to like the hodgepodge of moves or prospects, and they're like, well, if one of these kind of works for us for 3 years and we can flip them, they're kind of the continuous soup type team. And the Yankees like making that trade also. So it's just a matter of, is there any sort of barrier as far as like in division stuff? I don't think the Rays care about that.
No, I don't
So
think.
it's,
They
so
just
it's
think
literally
they're
just
smarter.
what do they want?
Are the Rays a threat anymore? Oh, everyone's mad. Rob L. Capitan said, LOL, still not going to win the World Series. Could
I
be.
mean, it's overwhelmingly unlikely that any one team wins it.
It's tough to... Oh, Dodger Bat Boy says it's tough to remember to shave when you're stoned. Could be something. He's got to shave a lot now. But he's stubble. I've seen he's got
I think
beard
he's
before.
stubs, but he don't need it.
Oh, this Terry K said he's going to look terrible with no facial hair. So maybe I got kind of picture him with no facial hair. Oh, John Boy. This is interesting. A King to None said, what do you think the odds on a 1 year of Rizzo are? I hate it, but it could be cheap. And I echo exactly what King to None said. I haven't thought about it. I don't want to think about it. I hate it, but it could be cheap and they like him. And if that happens, Jake will have some Grinch smile because he's like, I told you, Judge and runs the Yankees and the Rizzo runs the Yankees. Can't happen, right? Can't happen.
I don't know. Jack Curry at one point mentioned, Yankees are pretty out on a reunion with Rizzo and Glaber. He mentioned that kind of in passing on Hot Stove, and that was enough for me to have turned that part of my brain off.
I don't think that can happen. I'm checking the YouTube live just to see if there's any good chat and storylines and think that we didn't have yet. So if you got anything, type away. Thank you very much for tuning in. Subscribe if you want. We broke 100,000 subscribers recently. We got the plaque. That was nice. Appreciate you guys. Check out everything else we're doing. RJ McGettigan says, what do you think about going big on Bregman? Move Jazz a second, getting a guy like Santana for first base. That was literally what you just said is literally Jake's non-Soto plan.
Yeah, did a whole episode around.
Literally, he was like Belly. Oh, he had Belly and Roberts, right?
Yeah, I think he still did his Luis Robert trade.
Trade the farm for a rise, says Alexander. No. They need Pop as bad as a team could need Pop. They need someone that can.
They need Pop and defense.
Need someone that can hit 30 home runs. That is shown they can hit 25 plus home runs over multiple seasons. They need that.
They need like a lock for 25.
They need that. Yeah, they need the guy that
Belly isn't that.
They need a guy that if is healthy, he sneezes 25 home runs over the course of 145 games. As badly as a team could need it, they need that. They lost.
They really do.
Yeah. So they cannot sign a rise. I like a rise, but they do not need that. Oh, Backendrich says you need a treadmill. No, incorrect. I got shin splints, and those things hurt me. The amount of 1 year deals is terrifying on the Yankees.
Walk your Yanks again got us to the World Series last year.
Yeah. When you have big ass contracts like they're going to have, you need smaller contracts to reset the window.
Yeah, and Belly can somewhat easily still be 2 years.
Yeah, if he has a bad year, he's going to be 2 years. Ray Danger, cool name. He says, do the Yanks lose draft picks if they sign Walker? Yes, Walker got the qualifying offer, which means if they sign him, they lose a draft pick, and that
lose
could
two technically.
Two?
Yes, they would lose their second and fifth highest draft picks, and they've already done that once for Fried, so that would be 4 total draft picks they lose.
That's a lot.
It is a lot.
I don't know if they're going to do that.
When it was reported that Walker rumors were like cooling off and all of that, they had said the Yankees are nervous about signing another qualified guy for that reason.
Peyton said, what chat is Jimmy reading? Someone else mentioned Ben Rice. Maybe they're saying he's playing center field because they're going to Caleb Durbin Ben Rice. This guy's our starting first baseman. You're not trading for a prospect. He's a starter. We've said it.
He's playing. You see that 3-homer game?
You want Ben Rice? He did hit 3 home runs.
I like Ben Rice.
Santander for Pop, but where would he go with Belly in center field? That's the thing, because Judge would have to move to left and Santander in right, like Soto in right. Like you can hide a bad outfielder in right field. You also need to take care of Judge's big old body. All right.
Speaking of stink, today's episode is sponsored by Mando.
Jake is often commando, naked underneath his clothes. He gets away with it by using Mando. Head to mandopodcast.com/Yanks and use code Yanks today. They have a 72-hour formula. Keeps you fresh, even on those nonstop days while you're juggling gift lists, long lines, and family gatherings. Mando's got you covered. No reapplying necessary. It's made by a doctor. Science-backed for real odor control, not some gimmick. Mando's low pH formula actually stops odor before it starts rather than just covering it up. And their starter pack is perfect for new customers. It comes with a solid stick deodorant, cream tube deodorant, 2 free products of your choice, like mini body wash and deodorant wipes, and free shipping. Special offer for listeners. New customers get $5 off a starter pack with our exclusive code. That equates to over 40% of your starter pack. Use code YANKS at shopmando.com, SHOPMANDO.com. Please support our show and tell them we sent you. Smell fresher, stay drier, and boost your confidence from head to toe with Mando. Hope Jake is enjoying the Rockettes. I got to figure out what train I'm going to take home now.
Yeah.
I'm going to be late, and we ordered Indian food. And I was really excited because I need lunch today because Tuesdays is my meeting day.
Someone in the chat brought it up that they said they get picks back for Soto, right? Because of where they were at the luxury tax. It was a pick that would have been after the 4th round, and that is the 5th highest pick they have, so that's already gone for max free. So just some bookkeeping there.
Okay. Good note. If we missed anything in the hoopla and excitement of just a move being made, we will correct ourselves next episode on Thursday and probably regather our thoughts. And
you'll comment about it, and feel free to. I want to read it.
Yeah, read all of them.
And subscribe.
Best comment wins best comment of the day. Go Yanks. Tell them, Grams.
Go Yankees.